What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Dan here, and I want to welcome you to the game unboxing for September 29th, 2015. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 on the PlayStation 4. Now, I just want to take a minute here and just kind of explain something for you guys. Now, as you guys kind of know, or I'm sure any person who's going to be interested in my Let's Play of this game is probably a skateboarding fan, or kind of grew up or have played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games when they were younger, you know, as they came out. I was one of them. I'm actually both of those things. When this game came out, oh my god, the original game, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, if you guys were around in 2012, I believe, they did a re-release, an HD re-release of the original Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and I ended up playing that one and put it on my channel as well, and it brought back so many memories. There's a lot of reminiscing going on. It just reminded me of when I was, when did that come out? That was on the PlayStation 1. I believe it came out in 97 or 8, maybe even 96. I want to say 97 though, I could be wrong though, but I was like 6 or 7 or something when that came out, and I remember playing that as a kid, and then I grew up kind of into skateboarding. I skateboarded a lot when I was, you know, in elementary school, junior high school. I actually got quite good at the game, or not good at the game, good at real life skateboarding, but now we've come full circle. Now, the last Tony Hawk game to have a number was obviously Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. That came out in, I believe, 2003. That's what I want to say. It's about 2003 or so. I know this because I had it on the Nintendo GameCube. Yeah, it's been a while. Now, that hasn't been the last Tony Hawk's game, mind you. There's quite a few in there that I actually really enjoyed, like Tony Hawk Underground. Oh my god, I loved that game, Tony Hawk's Underground. I still have it to this day, and just to prove it, check it out. Tony Hawk's Underground for the Xbox, the original Xbox. And then I also have Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, which came out a few years after that. Of course, there was Underground 2, so on and so forth. But this is the first official Tony Hawk game, and it's going back to its roots. Forget that Tony Hawk Ride crap that failed so hard. This game is basic, just a simple controller, ready to get things done, and I am psyched as hell to play this game. Now, I want to point out a couple of things here. Obviously, like past Tony Hawk games, they have some of the pro skaters that will be featured in this game. And a few of them, it's crazy to see how things change. Like, I remember back in the day, there were the originals. They obviously had Tony Hawk. You had Bob Burnquist. You had Andrew Reynolds, who actually is on here. Andrew Reynolds is still going. He's probably getting old now, near his 40s, if maybe not his 40s. But you had a lot of them, like, who else was there? I don't even think Eric Costin was a part of that yet. Oh god, it's gonna bother me, but there were so many pro skaters from back, you know, the originals. You know, Steve Campbell, is it Steve Campbell? Is that what I'm thinking of? Steve Caballera, that's his name, Steve Caballera. He was the inventor of the half cab and the cab, like the cab, you know what I mean? You know, those originals. But if we look, you see how the torch has been passed. I'm sorry, I'm kind of going off on tangents here, kind of not even unboxing the game, but you'll see why I'm doing this in a bit. It's just kind of really cool to bring it back. But look, we got Nigel Houston, sorry, as, is it Huston? I always forget how to say his name. When he started going pro, I was a teenager, and he was only about 12 years old or something like that. Now he's like, I think 18 or 19 now. I'm not 100% sure how old Nigel is now, but I remember him being the kid in like Tony Hawk's, what was it? No. He was in Skate, I think. What was he in? I don't know. But anyway, he's now one of the major headers of skateboarding right now. You have a new guy, Aaron Homoki. I'm not familiar with him. Letitia Buffoni, I've heard of her. Lizzie Armanto. Chris Cole, of course. Chris Cole is also a very popular name. Now, this is the one that got me. Riley Hawk. You know you're getting old when Tony Hawk's son is one of the major pros in the game. Although the funny thing about Riley Hawk is him and I are pretty much the same age. So I'm 24, I think he's 24 or 25, I can't remember exactly. We're born in like the same year or a few months apart or a year apart or something like that. So I can kind of relate to Riley a little bit. Him and I are the same age, but when you have a dad like Tony Hawk, you're gonna be a pro skater when you get older. Anyway, Ishad Wair, not too familiar with that guy. David Gonzalez and Andrew Reynolds. Andrew Reynolds is back, and that's good to hear. But the original pro skaters that were, oh god, man, there were so many. When I see them, I'm like, yes, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. So it's crazy to see how much has gone by. It's gonna be so much fun to play this game, like I said, because it's been so damn long since they've had an actual Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game in this format. You know what I mean? Like a new one. The last one I played, I mean, I think the most recent one was Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. That came out in 2007, I think. But that didn't do too well because it kind of released the same year as Skate. And Skate kind of was a Tony Hawk killer. A lot of people looked at it. No one really cared about the Tony Hawk's games. And because they went for that stupid gimmick with Tony Hawk Ride, but that's a different story. So, anyways, the last game I played was American Wasteland. That was the last one I played, not counting the last newest one. That was the last one I played, and obviously I do have that. That was when on the verge between Tony Hawk's, that was before Xbox and Xbox 360 had come out. So it was like 2005 when I got it, but it was earlier 2005. You know what I mean? Because the Xbox 360 came out in, I believe, November, like November 22nd or something like that. I could be wrong, of 2005. And I have it on the original Xbox. So I think I got it in like summer or something on the original Xbox, just to show you how long it's been. That's 10 years, guys. 10 years since I've played a Tony Hawk game that was considered new. You know what I mean? So that being my fault, but that's neither here nor there. Let's open this guy up. Now, the reason I was talking so much about it, getting a bit of a discussion going, is because there's not a whole lot in here. Pretty standard. This game is also based digitally. Although, like I'm sure a lot of people, I like to have my physical copies of games. Number one, because you'll always have this copy, right? Unless, of course, you lose it or whatever the case would be. But you won't have to worry about digital crap. So if you get a digital game, that's fine and dandy. But I always worry that you could lose the license to it. Even though you've paid for it, a lot of companies will say you get banned. You don't get that game anymore. It's gone because it was linked to your account. You see what I mean? Like, stuff like that is kind of silly. So that's why a lot of people like their physical copies still, me being one of them. Number two, the reason I like physical copies is because it adds to the collection. I have quite the collection of video games, and it's kind of like, I'm a collector as it is, you know what I mean? Like, I collect, the collector's editions, items that I get from various games and various unboxings that I do. They go up on my shelf. It's very suited for this office because I'm a gamer, you know what I mean? It's a gaming business that I run, you know, gaming channel. So it suits the atmosphere nicely, you know what I mean? And I collect other things like Blu-rays. I prefer to have physical copies of my Blu-rays as well. You know, all sorts of things like that. So I'm sure a few people can relate to that as well. But anyway, so yeah, there's nothing here. No booklets, just a game disc, very bare bones. And if we flip to the back, this is where we're going to kind of get some information. A new era of skating begins. So let's move up here. So, skate as one of 10 pros, including Tony Hawk, Nigel Huston, and Chris Cole. Oh, that's French. New era of skating. Build and share your own skate parks with 250 plus obstacles. And that's it. Well, we're going to find out. Is it going to be a next-gen game, or do you think it'll just be like an old-school game that just needs to move on, you know? I guess we'll see. I'm praying for a good story. I really am. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Will you be watching this game? Are you a Tony Hawk's fan? Have you never played a Tony Hawk game? What's going on? You have to let me know. And you have to let me know if you'll be watching the Let's Play. I don't know if I said that already or not, but let me know. Check it out. Be sure to give me your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, though, be sure to hit that like button before you go and favorite it as well. And like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And yes, hopefully I will be seeing you guys in-game footage for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. I'm excited. I don't know what to expect, but I'm hoping for the best. So thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. Have a great day, and we will see you in-game.
Who's the man with the plan? If you feel trouble, wild and wild on these violent and DanQ8000. Wait a minute, hold that stylish style. Damn, goddamn Billy Jack, we still riding tires flat. I hear them sirens, see shots flying, so we driving fire back. If they ain't vibing, lie with that. Got me dressed up in all black. What up? Hood up, and I see them haters try to run with us. They gon' need inhalers. Gotta breathe them hard just like Darth Vader. Players, grab your respirators. Night invaders get lightsabered. Mask on for the shooters. Move like trash to bed intruder. Got that Glock and got them woofers. Just press play, I'll keep it moving. Who is not? Still you damn fools. Keep it fresh like canned food. There ain't nothing we can't do, so tune into that DanQ. Yeah. It was never, ever a game.